Hi, my name's Callum Fitzpatrick, Product Marketing Leader at Aforza, and today I'm thrilled to introduce you to Aforza's end-to-end trade promotion management solution. Now, over the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through how Aforza connects every step of the trade planning cycle, from defining your strategy to executing and reviewing promotions, all on one unified platform. We'll start with a brief introduction to Aforza and the industry challenges we solve. Then we'll step through the 5 key stages of trade promotion management: defining, managing, planning, executing, and reviewing, highlighting where Aforza adds unique value and demonstrating the unique Aforza capabilities for each step. And finally, we'll wrap up with some proof points from our customers today and industry analysts, and how you can get started immediately with Aforza TPM. Now, Aforza is built specifically for consumer goods. Our mission is to drive profitable growth everywhere, connecting manufacturers, distributors, and retailers on a single route to market platform. What sets us apart is our focus on vertical AI for consumer goods, and a uniquely connected platform built on the shoulders of cloud computing giants, Salesforce and Google Cloud, bringing together all your channels on Aforza for a single source of truth. We unify trade promotion management, field sales, distribution management, and advanced analytics. And Aforza connects your entire value chain, from the manufacturer through the distributor right down to the retailer. And this is why we can say with confidence that we're the only vendor that uniquely bridges every step of the journey. Now, permeating through every layer of Aforza, all of our functionality is AVA, and AVA stands for Aforza Vertical AI. She's spent her whole life working as a coach, as a TPM expert in the CPG industry. She's the world's #1 expert in commercial planning and execution, and she consistently drives 10x productivity out of every team member she supports, which might seem like a lot, but wait till you see some of the demonstrations and see how AVA is empowering those in finance, key account managers, trade marketing, even down to field execution. Everyone is empowered by AVA because she has a deep knowledge of every customer in the market, all of your customers, and how to drive the most value from them. She makes perfect commercial decisions on price, promotion, product assortment, and trade terms. And here's the cool part: she's always on, she's always available, she never sleeps, she's never taking PTO. Now, AVA can exist because Aforza has a unique foundation for AVA. As I mentioned, we're built on Salesforce with our industry data model, harnessing the power of all their APIs and integrations, as well as the Google Cloud platform with our Studio file storage, omni-channel engines, and their APIs and integrations. Now, when you combine this with our business process library, a set of best practices that you can download, implement, and roll out to your different geographies, with the Studio Marketplace, the first of its kind, a photo automation hub where we bring together image recognition, AI, messaging, and other tech providers together on one platform so you can drive business results and action from a single photo. And you roll this out to all of your channels, from planning to key account management to merchandising, telesales, even to the retailer through B2B platforms, and AVA sits in the heart of all of this. Now, so far I've referred to AVA as a singular person, but she is orchestrating multiple agents that are specialized for visits, for sales, for account planning, for promotions, even a help agent to help you use Aforza. So whether you're rolling out a brand new category or scaling to multiple geographies, Aforza can grow with you fast and efficiently. Now, if we take a step back for a second and look at the state of the industry that we're all operating in at the moment, consumer goods used to rely on a relatively straightforward formula for growth. It matched the S&P 500. But as we can see, in the last 5 years, top-line growth is no longer guaranteed. Margins are under pressure and the costs keep rising. Manufacturers and distributors alike are dealing with new complexities: channel fragmentation, tightening retailer power, and shifting consumer preferences. In short, Driving profitable growth in today's market requires agility, data-driven decisions, and seamless execution across your entire route to market. And that's exactly what we deliver here at Aforza. Now, many of these inefficiencies, they come from manual processes, from siloed data and old school systems. Your reps, your team are wasting time on admin instead of actually selling and doing what matters. Trade spend is often allocated without real visibility into ROI. Now, Aforza eliminates these points of friction by providing a single platform that unifies planning, budgeting, execution, and ultimately analysis. Now, to best show you Aforza TPM in play, we're going to break this demonstration down into the 5 key areas of the trade planning process. And the first is the define stage, where you do your strategic planning. You're setting your strategic targets, your brand strategies, your guidelines. And then we move on to the managing, the budget management, translating that strategy into budget allocation and financial controls. From there, we're into the heart of it, the planning, developing detailed promotion plans, from discount mechanisms to volume forecasts, planning promotions for customers at national, regional, or individual level, planning segment-driven promotions, conducting scenario planning, building forecasts, and also, very importantly, guaranteeing internal compliance with the right approval processes. And then we're executing that promotion execution. We're bringing those promotions to life in store or in distribution channels. We're managing claims and accruals in real time. We're monitoring, we're tracking the performance, and if need be, we're making tweaks and changes in flight to optimize our ROI. And finally, we review. We analyze what worked, what didn't, and feeding these insights back into future planning. Now, the challenge today is that most companies do these steps in disconnected systems. Excel, third-party claims management, separate analytics tools. But the unique thing about Aforza is it's one unified platform. Data and insights flow seamlessly from one stage to the next, ensuring every promotion is not only profitable, but operationally efficient. So let's step into each of these steps in a little more detail and look at how Aforza helps. And alongside that, we're going to demonstrate these key areas within the trade planning process. So before we jump into the demonstrations for this trade promotion cycle, let me introduce you to the 3 personas that we're going to see today across all 5 of these promotion steps. So first, we've got our trade marketing manager, really responsible for the defining and managing stages of the TPM cycle. Then we're going to see an account manager in the planning and review stage. Really, everyone is involved in every stage, planning and review stage. And then we'll see in the field, a field user executing those promotions, ensuring they're compliant, and sending audit details back to HQ. So let's start off with the trade marketing manager. She's going to be defining the targets and creating the plans. She allocates funds for the channels and creates promotional templates. This could be done annually, this could be done every quarter. Aforza is flexible to the different timescales and complexities in the process. Then we're going to see from an account manager's perspective how he can allocate these funds and create these account plans. He can copy the strong performing promotions to the new account plan and create new promotions with those available templates from the trade marketing manager. Then we're going to see how he can submit that for approval to the trade marketing manager. And in this case, she's going to approve them based on the KPIs agreed at the beginning of the year for promotions. And then we're going to see promotional compliance ensured and guaranteed by the field rep using Aforza. Now, in an indirect scenario, if you have distributors or you have third-party auditors, then this step can be skipped. And the execution can be when all of that sales data is coming in against those promotions. But the unique thing about Aforza is that it is end to end. So I'm going to show you the execution capabilities of Aforza and how that's deeply connected to the planning stages. You have that option with Aforza. So that field user is going to fix any problems, report to HQ, and if there are any problems, try and secure incremental display space for free. Now, the evidence that they capture is going to go back to the account manager, and he can use that evidence to support any claims processing. He updates the fund performance as certain sales data is received, depending on the type of promotion. And finally, we complete that cycle by evaluating our promotions and updating our baselines accordingly. Now, at Aforza, we understand that this flow has many nuances, and there could be many team members of yours that are involved in the trade promotion cycle. To keep it as simple as possible today, we've boiled it down to these three personas: trade marketing manager, key account manager, and the field rep. But there could be multi-layer and level approval processes involved, which again, Aforza can support. So no matter how large your teams are for the trade promotion cycle, no matter who is involved and the complexities that arise there, Aforza can support them for you today. So let's start off with the defining stage, that strategic planning. This is the foundational phase of the cycle. It's where the targets are set, your assortments are managed, your brand strategies are agreed upon. Now, typically today, what we see is there's a lot of unclear guidelines in anyone not using Aforza. Now, we see a lot of pains today in the market of unclear guidelines leading to really misaligned, unrealistic promotional goals, a lot of manual processes, a lot in Excel, which is not up to standard for the 21st century in strategic planning, and a lot of inaccurate forecasting, really creating difficulty in measuring the impact of your strategic plans. Now, Aforza helps in a few different ways. Firstly, we leverage advanced analytics to help define clear, data-backed strategies with AI-driven insights. We support dynamic target setting, so automatic segmentation, customer and assortment targeting management at any level of brand, SKU, or account. So you can segment customers or SKUs and define top-down or bottom-up targets. And of course, end-to-end visibility. So everyone, finance, sales, marketing, supply chain, everyone is aligned on the same strategic goals, meaning no one is guessing. So let's jump into that first scenario for the trade marketing manager, defining the targets and creating those plans. So here I am logged into Aforza as the trade marketing manager. And here is where I can see an overview of all of our promotional performance by volume, by revenue, by country, if we're looking at Europe in this case. And these dashboards are completely interactable, so I can see our brand performance in the different areas, as well as our individual promotion performance. Now, right now, I want to ensure that I create budgets for this year's trade plans aligned to our targets. There's a few ways I can do that within Aforza. Here I can see our business plan for this year. I can see the name, description, what status we're currently operating at, as well as some high-level metrics which I can drill into to understand our performance in real time. I can see the strategic objectives, which are updated in real time as promotions and sales are executed, no matter which channel. I can easily create new objectives for my team members or for specific categories. In this period, we're focusing on our soft drinks and growing our market share and our revenue in this area across all of our customer universe. Now, to support these initiatives, we need to run some perfect promotions to increase our volume and sales depending on the channel we're operating in. Now, as a trade marketing manager, I need to ensure our budgets and the funds within those budgets are available for my account managers to execute those promotions accordingly. Here I can see all of our budgets for the year. I can see the closed budgets, as well as any locked down budgets that still might have some claims coming in from our previous promotional period. Now, we're currently looking at our fixed budgets, but Aforza can support any type of budget or fund, as well as your terminology that you might have in your organization. Now, we have some budget allocated for one of our key account groups, and that is the Fresh Start group here. Now, there's a few things I can see here within this budget view within Aforza. Firstly, we can see it's currently released and active. I can see the details, the parent budget that it's drawing from, and the category that we're focusing on, as well as the effective dates and any specific fund information we might have. This also sits within a hierarchy of budgets, so I can see exactly what's drawing to and from them. We can see a history of all of the approvals that have gone through to get this budget released by me, the Trade Marketing Manager. And importantly, we can see the funds that are drawing directly from this budget. So you've just seen the strategic planning side of things, where targets are defined, the brand strategies are aligned, and we establish the guidelines for trade promotion activities. We've set our targets for the year at a category level for a specific group of accounts. Now we're going to see budget management. And this step involves allocating those promotional funds by channel, by customer, segment, brand, or product, and ensuring investment alignment within the organizational budgets. Now, the typical pains we're seeing today are firstly fragmented systems. Using multiple systems for budget and fund allocation before you even get to the promotion planning process creates a huge lack of visibility into fund allocation. And ultimately, you get misalignment between your promotional budgets and actual organizational objectives. And this also leads to inefficient tracking of on and off invoice spends with manual, error-prone methods. So how does Aforza help? Well, Aforza provides a connected solution, so it centralizes all the budget planning and tracking for real-time visibility. You can optimize your fund distribution with predictive analytics tailored to the specific customer and channel needs. And of course, Aforza links promotional budgets directly to the expected ROI. So every spend is accounted for throughout the life cycle. And what does this all mean together? It means every promotional planning and execution is grounded in your organizational strategy and objectives. So we've seen the Trade Marketing Manager defining those targets and how those plans are created. Now we're going to see how she can allocate funds for the channels and actually create promotional templates that the account manager can use. So as a reminder, we're within our budget for the year for the Fresh Start group, which is currently active. Now there are a few funds that are allocated within this budget. If I click into this fund, there are a few details that I can see around the performance and allocation for this money. So firstly, we can see that it comes from that budget we were just looking at. It's been approved by me already, but I could very easily decline it or close out this fund depending on the situation. And I can see some specific financial details here, as well as any claims or promotions that are directly tied to this fund. We can see if there's been any fund transfers, perhaps from underperforming funds to promotions that are performing really well and aligning to our key objectives. I can also see any invoices, credit notes, and the specific promotions that are tied to this fund. As Trade Marketing Manager, I can have oversight and control in exactly how our money is allocated for the trade promotion cycle and used by our key account managers. Now, I want to create some templates for my key account managers to use for this year. So I come into Aforza Promotion Planning. Here I can see all of our planned and active promotions that are currently running across our account universe. I can see them by status, by category, type, and even by individual product, as well as some high-level performance for each of these promotions. I can see the product catalog and very easily create a new promotion based on a product or in fact entire product categories. I can even create new promotional templates for my key account managers, as well as copy promotions that are performing really well into the template library. Now what I want to do is copy across this 30% off promotional template, but tweak it to 20% so it's in line with our strategic goals for the year. And I can really easily clone this promotion and tweak the details so they're in line with my goals. Now Aforza's intuitive trade promotion builder allows me to really easily add in and remove specific products to this promotion. We want to remove the 30% discount and actually include a 20% automatic discount for this selection of products. To protect margins, I want to ensure that at least 10 of this hint of lemon drink is purchased when executing this promotion. I can easily make any other tweaks and include different products, such as the lime drink, and tweak the minimum required quantity to ensure that our margins are protected when this promotion is being executed. The hint of orange is a new product for this year, so we want to ensure that our customers are encouraged to buy this specific product. Now, to support this promotional template, I want to include supporting merchandise so we can present this product in store perfectly. I can even include a specific 40% off discount for this gondola when being executed. Happy with this promotional template, I can very easily save this, and this will now be available for my key account manager. So let's just recap what we've seen so far. We've seen two stages. We've seen strategic planning under the define section and budget management under the manage section. So that trade marketing manager defined those targets, created those plans, and has now just allocated the funds for different channels and created promotional templates for the key account manager to use. So now we're into stage 3, the planning in promotion management. Now this step focuses on detailed promotion planning, such as setting the baselines, defining contracts or long-term agreements, aligning segment-specific strategies, and ensuring that any supporting digital content for those promotions is ready and available. Now, the pains today that we're seeing is there's a lot of suboptimal promotions out there, and they start from inefficient scenario planning and forecasting. Now, when you combine this with managing complexity in those incremental deals and compliance within those contracts, it leads to a lack of agility in responding to dynamic market conditions. Now, you combine this with managing complexity in incremental deals and compliance within these contracts, and you start to paint a really complex picture that's very hard to address with suboptimal tools. And what's available today does not give you the flexibility that Aforza does. So we often see a lack of agility in responding to dynamic, real-time market conditions. Now, how does Aforza help here? So, a few different ways. In Aforza, you can conduct what-if analysis with scenario planning to ensure the most impactful promotions are actually executed. And planning isn't for a single person, it's collaborative. You can bring teams together on one platform to define, manage, adjust, and enhance plans dynamically, with the right information and digital assets being shared with the right people. And one of the most important things is compliance and control. You can guarantee adherence to approval processes and contract terms with automated checks and processes within Aforza. So let's see the demonstration. We're now changing persona from the trade marketing manager to the key account manager. So we're going to see how those funds can be used by the key account manager when he's creating account plans for one of his key customers. He can copy strong promotions to his new account plan for the year and create new promotions with those available templates, and finally submit that to approval for his trade marketing manager. Now, of course, your approval process today could look very different compared to what we're showing. But remember, we have boiled this down to 3 personas to keep it nice and simple for this demonstration today. So let's jump straight into it. Start here in the Key Account Manager homepage. As a CAM, this is my control center for building customer-specific promotional plans. You're not starting from a blank sheet. You've got structured views of past plans, current contracts, base volumes, promotional performance, and investment buckets. And the system will highlight any gaps or overlays in your plan automatically, which helps you spot issues before they become problems. Now, unlike spreadsheets or siloed TPM tools, Aforza brings the data, logic, and AI together in one view with real-time analytics support. So this is where I manage all the promotions for my customer, both planned and in flight. I can see which promotions are running, the mechanics being used, their duration, and the products included. And I also get instant visibility into the uplift each promotion is expected to drive by segment, account, product, brand, and more. This makes it really easy to prioritize the most effective promotions and fine-tune the ones that are underperforming. Here I get a real-time view of promotional impact on sales across volume, value, and margin, and I can track how each promotion contributes to overall sales uplift at the SKU level and compare the actuals versus the forecasts. Aforza surfaces which promotions are delivering profitable growth and which ones might need adjusting. Now, as a key account manager, this really helps me steer the account towards more strategic activities, not just volume. Now, this gives me really clear visibility into budget allocation and fund utilization. I can see what's available, what's been committed, and what's been spent, broken down by brand, product, or fund type. It also flags if I'm approaching or exceeding any budget limits, triggering automatic approval workflows where needed. Everything is linked to the promotional plan, so I always know if we're staying within the financial guardrails. This shows me product availability in the context of my promotional plan. So if I am planning a promotion, I want to be confident there's enough stock in the channel to execute it effectively. And here I can check current inventory levels and identify potential out of stock risks before they impact performance. It's a simple but crucial check to make sure every promotion has the supply to back it up. Now, as a key account manager, I'm responsible for the Fresh Start group of accounts. These configurable dashboards, I can really easily filter to show me the performance for my specific group of accounts or individual outlets. I can see we're performing really well from a promotional perspective this year and carrying through from last year. I can see when we were running promotions over the year. I can see the revenue and cost of promotions, as well as the segment performance, our revenue over time, and of course, an overview of all of the promotions that have been running within this specific group of accounts. Now, this is my homepage, my launch pad for all of my activities that I need to complete during my day-to-day job and the trade promotion cycle. But what I want to do is look at one of my key accounts. So here I am looking at the Fresh Start group, which is one of my key accounts. Within Aforza on this page, I can see an overview of this account's performance at a group level. I can see their total volume for the year, their turnover, trade spend that we have invested with this customer, and the gross profit that we're generating, as well as the monthly sales and any other type of KPI that you need to visualize here on this key account manager's view. All of the data is highly interactable and can be cross-referenced with any other external data sources, depending on the type of market you're operating and the data you have access to. I can see all of the stores within the hierarchy of this group account. So if I wanted to drill a bit further down into Fresh Start North and see the specific outlets in individual cities, I can really easily do that and navigate it all within this key account manager view. Now, the hierarchy within Aforza is very important because it means you can apply promotions at a group level and have that promotion be inherited by all of the child accounts, so all of them are benefiting from those same discounts. Alternatively, you can do individual store level promotions or any other level of the hierarchy. So you can have regional promotional activities targeted for, say, Chicago that are inherited by all of the stores within that city. I can also see a trade calendar, which shows all of the promotions that are running for this specific account and for the child accounts within that hierarchy for this particular year. We've got individual account level promotions and those inherited promotions, which are picked up by child accounts within that hierarchy. Now, I want to see all of the account plans that we have for this particular customer. I can see all of our current account plans that are being executed across the different stores and regions. I can see all of our objectives for this year for this particular account, as well as any key contacts, claims that might have come in, existing contracts, and of course, all of the orders that we have for this customer, be that through distributors or direct, depending on your route to market. Aforza can hold any data you need to against your specific customers. Now let's click into my account plan that's currently being executed. Here within this account plan, I can see some high-level details immediately. I can see our planned revenue for this particular plan, the target, our latest estimate based on current performance, and what we've actually brought in so far. We can see that it's active, and these statuses correspond to the approval processes that you will have within Aforza. Now this plan is already active and it started in the year of 2024, moving into 2025. Now immediately I can see a volume forecast with our sell-in and sell-out data for this particular plan. Coming a little bit further down, I can see all of the products that are involved within these plans by a monthly, weekly, or even quarterly value, depending on how I want to interact and look at this plan. These values are updated in real time as that sell-in data is received, or sell-out data, depending on the type of plan you're operating in. And I can really easily, as an account manager, add specific products at a category, brand, or SKU level within this plan. Any changes that I make, I can resubmit for approval, depending on our internal processes. Now within this forecast, we also have promotions that are running at certain points throughout the year. I can add specific promotions to the plan, including those promotional templates, which we just saw the Trade Marketing Manager create for us. I can also see the P&L for this particular plan on a more granular level, showing the revenue, the trade cost, and the cost of goods sold throughout this period. We can see the actuals coming in for specific product categories, our cost of goods sold, and our margin for the year, modeling it again on sell-in or sell-out data, depending on the type of plan and type of route to market that you operate with. Now to create a new plan for next year, I could create one from scratch, or if I'm happy with this one, I can clone that plan. So within this cloned account plan, I can see some data has already been filled out automatically. I'm also guided through each stage of the account plan process so that I know exactly what to do. I can see a volume forecast has already been calculated with updated values based on new baselines and sales data that is available. I can also see that one of the Baristas Alliance coffee products has been automatically removed because this product is not being continued next year. Now, if I want to add a new product, such as the Hint of Lime drink, which we are launching this year, I can really easily add that into my account plan, and the planned volumes are automatically loaded, which I can then tweak and update if need be. I can also add promotions to this account plan. And there are a few available during this period that can help me reach my planned volumes. These two promotions are available for my products, and I can easily add them to my account plan. I can also add new promotions to this account plan with the promotional templates that have been provided by the Trade Marketing Managing team. I simply click onto the template and I'm taken to the Trade Promotion Wizard where I can edit this promotion based on any nuances that I know with my account. I can see the products and merchandise that is available, but I want to ensure that our products are displayed correctly throughout this promotional period. So I'm going to change this to a mandatory display, and this customer must have at least one of our display shelves within this store, and they still will receive a 40% automatic discount. This could be off invoice or paid back later during the claims process. I can also add supporting digital assets, so I can really easily add these latest assets such as a brand sheet, store posters, and a store display example to this promotion so that the right people are going to see these kind of details. Now for this demonstration today, obviously we've boiled it down to 3 personas, but these marketing assets could have been uploaded by your marketing team, your commercial excellence team. The point is that Aforza is built on a single connected platform, meaning every department and every persona that's part of the trade planning process can be involved and contribute to these individual steps. I can easily update the name, add the description. I do one final check of the promotion. Happy with the details, I can then submit this for approval. So back in the account plan, I can see that new promotion that's been added with our target ROI, and I can see how it's impacting our volume forecast for the year based on the products and the discounts. Final thing I need to do is submit this for approval, add any relevant details or comments that I might have, and I can now submit that for approval. So what have we just seen there? We've seen the account manager creating new account plans with the correct funds, copying strong promotions across to the new account plan, updating the products and the forecasted volumes, and then actually creating a new promotion with the available templates from our trade marketing manager. And then he submitted it for approval to our trade marketing manager, who has now approved it based on the target ROI, the products involved, and the specific discounts that have been allowed, seeing directly how this promotion is tied towards the strategic goals for this account and their business as a whole. Now, let's move on to the fourth step of the trade promotion cycle, and that's execution. This is where plans are executed seamlessly with real-time tracking of performance and spend management. Now, we all know that promotion execution looks very different across scenarios like direct, indirect, distributor-led, or even 4-tier models. With Aforza, that doesn't matter. With Aforza, we can cover every scenario of promotion execution. With direct, we have an included mobile application, which you're about to see. In direct scenarios, we have a connected offline mobile application that guarantees perfect promotion execution, penny perfect pricing, disconnected from the internet. We also have photo automation and compliance tools to guarantee correct promotion execution, no matter if you have a direct field sales or merchandising team or distributor-led. Aforza customers around the world are guaranteeing promotion compliance in a number of different ways. Now, the pains we see today is understandably that there's no visibility into execution, an inability to monitor and track promotion performance effectively. This leads to delays in managing actualized spend and liabilities from multiple channels and streams, distributors, key accounts, third-party agencies, internal field teams on separate softwares, existing in data silos, and of course, with all of those problems arising, you get financial errors from the complexities in settling claims, deductions, and accruals. Now, Aforza helps, firstly, with our award-winning offline application that guarantees promotion compliance and guarantees the perfect pricing when conducting orders if you have a direct field team, but also with real-time monitoring. You can track promotion performance and ROI through intuitive dashboards and automatic alerts. We also have automated spend management, so you can reduce human error with automated on and off invoice tracking with every order, with every promotional claim or payment. We also have seamless claim handling, so you can simplify settlement process with a connected proof of compliance, ensuring accurate and timely resolutions. Now, there's also a second part of execution, specifically looking at the claims and the deductions. So this step involves validating claims, resolving deductions quickly, and optimizing process to minimize any financial leakage and ensure accurate financial reconciliation. It's so important. Now, we often see today, to those not using Aforza, huge delays and errors from manual, error-prone claims validation and deduction processing. Millions can be spent on business process outsourcing to validate claims, which are often error-prone and highly manual. There's also a difficulty in identifying invalid claims or unjustified deductions due to scattered, siloed data across your organization. And this means there's limited visibility into the actual financial impact of claims and deductions, which hinders proactive management and doesn't give you an accurate ROI and financial performance of your promotions. That's okay, because Aforza is here to help. And how do we do that? With AI-powered validation. Ava can automatically identify invalid claims and unjustified deductions with AI-driven analytics, which reduces errors and huge deductions in processing time. It also improves claims handling by automating workflows, ensuring much faster resolution and reduced financial leakage. Finance teams love using Aforza because of our seamless claim handling. Clear, consolidated reporting on all claims and deductions, which enables proactive management and financial accuracy at every level of the planning process. So let's jump into the next few demonstrations for the execute stage of the promotion cycle. Now I've split this into part 1 and part 2. So if you're watching and you don't have a direct field sales team or a direct merchandising team, feel free to skip ahead to section 2 of the execution, where we're looking at the claims, looking at the evidence that's come in from your distributors that you work with, third-party agencies, and even claims submitted by the retailers. But what we're going to see now in part 1 of the execution is actually a field sales rep using the Aforza application offline, conduct an order to a specific account that he's visiting, as well as guaranteeing promotional compliance in another account that already has that promotion active. We're going to see how image recognition is run, and automatic character detection can detect if competitors are on the shelf and if it's actually displayed compliantly. We'll then see up at HQ all of those photos coming in that are watermarked, time-stamped, and the key account manager will be able to tell if they are compliant or not, and how they are directly tied to specific claims. We're also going to see some beautiful functionality with Ava automating that claims process and deciding if a claim should be approved or rejected based off the promotional mechanics. So let's jump straight into it. So I'm on my tablet and I can see the 3 applications that I can use today. Firstly, we have Studio. This is our photo automation hub within Aforza, where all of the digital content is stored so I can present this to the customer, as well as when I capture compliance photos that will be watermarked and shared with HQ. We've got Aforza Field. This is my office on the road. This has all of my customer details, my visits, the products, the available promotions, as well as a whole host of other retail execution capabilities. And finally, we have Ava. Ava is a Aforza vertical AI, and she can help me as a commercial coach, guiding me on what to do in each visit, and also actioning any tasks, such as creating a new order, telling me about the latest promotions, rescheduling my visits, notifying team members. Whatever the use case is, Ava can support me. Now today, I'm going to be operating in Aforza Field. Immediately on this homepage, I can see my route for the day. I'm in Chicago, and I can see my first visit, which is the Fresh Start shop on Kinsey Street. I can see some high-level KPIs, including the tasks and what I've been doing during each month, highly interactable. I can see my team revenue, how many visits I've got to do today, how many objectives I've completed, our most popular promotions, and any other type of KPI that you need to see within Aforza. Now I'm going to click into my first visit of the day, this Fresh Start shop, Kinsey Street. I check in, and immediately Aforza captures my geolocation and starts a timer. Now, before I even arrive, I can review all of the KPIs for this particular store. And most importantly, I can ask Ava what I should do based on the latest information that she has access to around this customer. So when I click on Ask Ava in the top right, based on the latest intelligence, this is what I should do. Firstly, there's a sales opportunity. There's a new Hint of Lime Lemon range, which is a summer priority product. So ensure I present all 3 variants and position them prominently. Use the promotional talking points and digital assets to boost that visibility. Also, last visit, because Ava knows all of this information, the Hint of Orange drink which we sell was not positioned in the agreed shelf location. So please correct this today to protect distribution and ensure visual consistency across the range if it isn't in the right place. And also from a planogram execution perspective, the 3 citrus SKUs that are brand new should sit together in the new Chalk Springs gondola, ideally next to our other leading brands. I'm also encouraged to use the latest point of sale materials that was just shared by the key account manager when building the promotion, so I can highlight that current multi-buy offer. I'm going to continue, and here are the brand sheets which I can present and showcase to the customer. I've got all of the digital assets of that promotion here and ready to use. So no matter if I'm a direct field sales rep for you or if this is a third-party distributor who's doing these in-store executions, the right digital assets will be at the right place at the right time. Now, I can see that I need to do a brand new order. So I click on the new order. I can see all of the products that are available to this customer. I can see the price, our stock levels, the previous quantities that have been ordered, and what there currently is on shelf at this customer location. So I can easily add in 20 of the French espresso, 20 of the rainforest blend, and those are automatically added to the cart. Aforza's segmentation engine means that the right promotions, the right products, and the right prices are all automatically applied to each of your individual accounts within your universe of customers. So for me, as a field sales rep, I'm operating completely offline, and I know that the pricing and the promotional pricing are going to be absolutely perfect. Now in the promotion section, here I can see all of those promotions that are available for this specific store. There's that 20% off new Hint of Lime product 2025. I can see there's a 20% discount on these 3 products and also a mandatory display with 40% off that supporting merchandise. I simply add this to the cart and I can see all of the pricing that has been automatically applied completely offline. So we've got that promotion at the top, and we can also see that a commercial policy, part of a long-term agreement that we might have with this customer, has automatically kicked in. That when they buy 5 of our particular coffee range here, the French espresso and the rainforest blend, they get 1 free of the French espresso. And this is highly dynamic. If I change the quantities down, we can see the free allocations are reducing. I'll increase this back up to 12, and they now have 8 free French espressos. I can also see recommended products based off what we currently have in the cart. I managed to position this Chalk Springs shelving unit to this customer, which I will then also receive 10% commission on. Now that I'm happy with my order and positioning this brand new promotion, I complete it, and Aforza does an intelligent smart action, an online call out, to validate that the quantities of products in this order is acceptable for our inventory levels. I capture the name of the customer we're selling to, collect his signature, choose the right delivery date, and if need be, I can collect payment and create invoices during this process. However, the agreement we have with our customer is payment on delivery. So I confirm the order, and we can see that the credit limit is accepted. An order receipt is automatically ordered to this customer, and we've now completed that. Now, let's end this visit and jump into our next visit at Fresh Start Shop 241 Way. We're going to be doing something slightly different at this customer visit. We can see we need to do a competitor intelligence as well as promotional compliance. So we're not capturing an order here because I want to show you today how Aforza can do ordering as well as intelligent auditing. So we're going to click on the promotional compliance. And here I can see all of the current promotions that are currently running within this store. We can see that Chalk Springs gondola, which is part of that 20% off new Hint of Lime product, is currently here. The location is right at the front of the outlet, which is great for us, and all of our products are currently available. This is fantastic for our promotion execution. What I can also do is take a photo for proof of compliance for this visit at this point in time. Happy with my audit, that photo will now be watermarked back up at HQ and used as proof of compliance for when this customer is submitting claims at the end of the promotional period. So I'm logged in as the key account manager, and our promotion has been executing over the last few days and weeks. I'm looking at my key account, the Fresh Start group, and I know that the promotions that we ran as part of our account plan have been executing across their store universe. I can click into individual accounts if I need to. I can see an overview of their current balance, promotional sales, and even all of the products that are stocked within these locations. Within the Studio tab, I can see all of the store photos that have happened and been watermarked by Aforza Studio. Now, these photos could be coming from direct field teams if you have them, or submitted as part of claims, or with distributor support. If we jump back to the parent account and view our account plan for this customer, we can see that it is updated in real time as sellout data and sell-in data is updated. I can adjust the predicted volumes if I need to, and I can review the individual promotion performance as part of this account plan. So here's that 20% off the new Hint of Lime product that has been executing in real time. I can see a live P&L for this particular product, and we can see that our Chalk Springs gondola is driving a massive amount of revenue for this particular promotion. We can see the individual line items from a turnover perspective, volume, and total cost. And any claims that are coming in, we can see right here. Now, Aforza also has full claims management. As a key account manager, I can see all of my claims that have been coming in during this promotional period. I can filter by date, promotion, specific account, depending on where I'm looking. I can see our claims policy and also any evidence files to support the individual claims. I can also see a list view of all of the claims that I need to review right now. If I click into this most recent claim, this is sent in by the Fresh Start group, my key account, in relation to our new promotion. We can see the type of claim, the amount, and any justification that might have been included when they submitted this claim. We can see that we've got a 40% discount on certain products and that they're claiming against the specific Chalk Springs gondola. I can also see an overview of the claim accruals with this particular dashboard, seeing our promotional performance, the amount, by date, by claim, and by promotion allocation, as well as by status and year. Essentially, within Aforza, you can see any information you need to on any page, depending on your promotion cycle process. Now, alongside this claim, I can also see the uploaded supporting material for proof of compliance, and we can see it's been watermarked, so we know that it's legitimate, as well as any supporting sellout data, which I can review and easily approve or reject this. I'm happy with this claim. It is accurate and I can easily approve it. So Aforza gives you the ability to manually review claims and manage your internal processes with approval workflows and automatic notifications. But if I go back to the claims dashboard and click into an example of another claim, we can see a claim that's actually been rejected. It's been claimed against a specific allocation, this 20% discount, and we can see the individual line items that are being claimed against. This is for a coffee promotion, and we can see the reasons that they've been rejected. Back in the claim, let's review how this has been automatically rejected. Ava has automatically analyzed this claim and rejected it. In the Studio tab, here we can see the specific images that have been uploaded, watermarked, with image recognition detecting our products on the shelf, as well as the share of shelf. Ava has analyzed all three of those photos and determined that this claim should be rejected. Here we can see Ava giving the specific details about why this has happened. So firstly, product placement has violated our compliance guidance for this promotion. Italian dark coffee must not be placed adjacent to competitor products on the same shelf. However, during multiple audits, it was found positioned directly to a competing brand. So there's a breach of guideline. That's reason one. Reason two is our share of shelf was below the minimum threshold. It was at 45.2%, which is significantly below the stated minimum of 60%. There's also a discrepancy between the claimed volume and our actual sales data. So the volume that they've submitted doesn't align with the verified sales data during that promotional period. So you've seen how I, as a key account manager, can go in, review claims, approve, reject, or open up correspondence with my key account. But we've also seen how Ava can automate that entire process. Now we know the consumer goods companies are spending millions on outsourcing this whole process. And you've also seen how Ava can automate that entire process. And the thing is, Ava doesn't take PTO. Ava doesn't sleep. Ava is always on and ready to help your business. Imagine if you have 45,000 claims to get through. Ava can analyze all of them in seconds and categorize them for you to review as a key account manager. So, what have we just seen? We've seen how promotions are executed within Aforza. If you didn't skip forward, then you just saw how with Aforza's offline mobile and tablet application, a field sales rep was able to conduct the perfect visit with AI recommendations on what they should do in store, positioning the brand new promotions and ensuring that any other products and promotional placement was compliant. He captured a brand new order with perfect pricing and installed a brand new promotion to one of his customers. Then, back up at HQ, we saw how, once the sales data had arrived, forecasted volumes were updated, as was the promotional performance in real time, so we could track our ROI and spending on promotional activities. We saw how claims were coming in from our key customers, how easy it was to review with the supporting evidence to accept or reject, as well as any other process that you might need. We also saw how Ava could automate that entire process, validating claims against the promotion with the account and any other information that Ava will have access to. And that takes us on to the final stage of the trade promotion cycle, and that is reviewing. And really, this process should be happening at every stage of the trade promotion cycle. It involves evaluating the effectiveness of promotions, updating our baselines, and optimizing promotional schedules to maximize future efficiency and effectiveness. Now, we see pains today around delays and inaccuracies from manual, error-prone post-event analysis, especially when multiple systems are being used. There's a difficulty in predicting the future uplifts based on past performances with limited data sets. There's also limited insights into the overall effectiveness of promotional efforts. Aforza helps with AI-powered analytics. You can harness dynamic, configurable statistical tools for accurate post-event analysis and forecasting. You can continuously refine baselines to ensure future promotions are more impactful, and you can gain actionable insights from end-to-end promotional data, which drives continuous improvement to absolutely everyone in your trade promotion cycle. So I'm logged in as the trade marketing manager, and let's start by checking firstly whether our promotions have actually hit their goals. Then we can drill down to see which SKUs drove or dragged performance, and from there we look at the true ROI to understand if it was worth it. Finally, we benchmark it to past efforts to learn and refine our future strategy. And this is where Aforza's end-to-end approach really shines. It's not just about running promotions, it's about getting smarter with every one. So we're starting off by looking at our market analysis. What's our total volume, our total turnover, our trade spend and gross profit? We can see it by category, and we can see what we've planned versus the actuals with our volume. We can filter this by specific account or by specific brand, product, and time frame. We can also see our promotional spread and performance in terms of ROI. Coming further down, we can see each individual promotion and how they've performed from a volume, turnover, cost of goods, trade spend, and ROI perspective. We can see what we've planned versus our actuals, and again, we can filter them with different parameters depending on what you need within Aforza. Each of these dashboards are highly configurable, and choosing a specific time period will filter the rest of the dashboard so you can segment the data that you need to see. And finally, with all of this data coming into the platform, you can run predictions, seeing trends over 3 months or 6 months or even a 1-year period based on your current historical sales data and what's being forecasted for the year. This graph displays the predicted baseline and a 20% margin, and Aforza supports multiple prediction models. Now, these baselines can be automatically updated as data is coming into the platform. Aforza has a whole suite of different types of analytics for claims, pricing, planned volumes, fund results. For example, in the price analysis, we can see our average pricing against our competitors, helping to inform promotional and account plans for the year. We can optimize our promotions based on the latest data and analyze the price versus sales by SKU, looking at individual product performance, which again will help us inform promotion planning. And finally, we can run price. And finally, we support scenario planning for individual products and for specific accounts based on the latest sales data. We can choose our discount percentages and model out predicted profits, margins, and volume uplifts based on these discounts. Now, let's review what we've just seen, because that's a lot to take in. We started off in the defining and managing stage of the promotional cycle. We saw our trade marketing manager defining targets, plans for the year. She allocated funds for specific channels and created new promotional templates that the account managers can use. Then we jumped into the key account manager view, part of the planning and ultimately part of the reviewing after execution. Then we jumped into the key account manager view, starting off with the planning stage of the trade promotion cycle. He allocated funds and created new account plans for his key customers. He copied strong promotions to the new account plan and actually created a new promotion with the available template from the trade marketing manager, which he then submitted for approval. Then we saw the execution side of things in two different ways. We saw it directly with a field rep capturing an order and executing that brand new promotion that the account manager had just created. And we also saw how he measured the promotional displays in another customer visit to guarantee compliance. From the account manager perspective, we saw all of that data coming in and updating the promotions in real time. No matter if you're direct, indirect, whatever your route to market, we can support trade promotion execution. So that data was in there and it was updating the promotion and account plan performance in real time. We saw claims that were submitted with supporting evidence from the field that were watermarked and really easy to approve and reject based on the promotional mechanics, all within one platform. We also saw how Ava could automatically analyze claims and process them for the key account manager. She had full contextual knowledge of the promotion, the customer, the individual line items, the products, and any other data that was relevant, such as the share of shelf, the product identification, and any other supporting data submitted alongside that claim. We then saw all the fund performance updated as that sellout data is received. And finally, we finished off with some post-event analysis, looking at our promotional performance, how we can improve, and we start the whole cycle again. This unified approach on one platform is why we see such strong improvements in promotional ROI and margin protection for our customers. Everyone is rowing in the same direction with minimal friction. Now, don't just take my word for it. Analysts have taken notice. The Promotion Optimization Institute, POI, suggests that manufacturers looking for a comprehensive TPX solution, one that includes advanced analytics, vertical AI, retail execution, should look at Aforza. We've received multiple best-in-class distinctions in both TPX and retail execution categories, which reaffirms our position as a market leader. And you can check out these independent reports for yourself through the QR code on the screen right now. And we are proud to protect margins globally. We work with leading food and beverage, consumer healthcare manufacturers, and distributors around the world. They've seen measurable improvements in ROI, margin protection, and overall execution efficiency, and we're proud to be a partner in their success. Thank you for spending some time and joining me for this high-level walkthrough of Aforza's end-to-end TPM solution. We've seen how Aforza's single platform approach unites strategic planning, budget management, promotion planning, execution, and post-event analysis, ensuring your entire organization can define, manage, plan, execute, and review trade promotions seamlessly. Now, if you'd like to learn more, please head to the Aforza Demo Center, where we have a whole host of different demonstrations by role and functionality. And please reach out to us. We can schedule a personalized demo or discuss how Aforza can transform your route to market. Let's drive profitable growth together. Thank you for your time.